right. Good afternoon and or good morning. Good afternoon from those who are for those who are joining from the eastern side of the world, and good morning for those who are joining from the western side of the world. And to the London session, it is around 5 a.m. Eastern now. And for a while, let's get started off with gold. The short-term wave counts in gold are working as we had discussed after a long time. It's now completing or just about beginning to cut loose on the wave C front. Let me just down let me pull it down a bit. There you go. So first thing which has happened now, and there could be a pullback after this event, is that it has taken the support at 2888. Now that now gold has, for the first time in the long days and weeks, taken out any kind of support. This is an event to be watched. If you look at the entire rally from 25, 27, or 37, it has hardly been an event where gold has broken the previous low or support. So I mean, this could be the beginning of a much deeper correction as well, especially when most traders are still firmly believing that gold is heading towards the 3000 or 3100 mark. All right. So we just wanted to bring up this wave count once again and confirm that gold has taken out the first support, and that could, okay, an ABC or a minute degree ABC still remains very much possible. But keeping that in mind, an alternate count is also possible, where we've got wave 1 and 5 as well. So this could be the first impulse drop as well from 2957. That particular drop could be the first impulse as well from 2957. And if it is, then I think bears are looking to come back very strong and remain in control going forward. This path, I'm going to keep it as it is. We are expecting prices to dig lower for an ABC towards 2818. But if the first impulse is just complete, as you can see on the RSI as well, there is a kind of bullish divergence which is being produced. So if that impulse drop is complete, we might see, and that this is the alternate route, we might see a corrective wave higher. All right, and then lower again. This could be the alternate path which gold can take. And the retracement or the extension, let's first take the retracement and find out where gold could actually pull back. And the retracement levels are pointing towards again 2925, and once it reaches 2925, the next drop could be as follows. Okay, if I take a simple Fibonacci extension, or let me just do it on the right hand side so that there is less congestion. All right, let's keep it on the right hand side so we can identify which target is for which wave. I think we can even push a bit more on the right hand side. That would be better. So that's a simple extension which we have done. And here you go. 2777 and 2750 are the, I mean, the first one is 2828, which is almost in line with the 2818, and it could also go all the way towards 2750. So gold might be just wanting to cut loose on the south side a bit more higher, a bit more deeper towards the 2750. And you never know, these are the times when most turns happen. It was witnessed in US 30, the Dow Jones, it was witnessed in Bitcoin, and now it might be just turning up in the yellow metal. All right, so we just wanted to bring this update before the first thing, before we start anything else, any other instrument. Okay, the trading point of view now. This would not be a place to enter fresh shorts. All right, and I think prices should be allowed to pull back a bit. I think you can start selling around 2908, 29 20 28 as well. Uh, before the bears are back again in control. So trading point of view, sell around partial around 29.5, remaining around 29.25. Have your stop loss tight around the 29.57, 29.59 mark, and potential targets are going to be around 2828 and even lower 2777 and 2750. All right. So that is the story in gold as we move into the London Times for 27th of February. All right. Now let's get back to Bitcoin. Okay, the story in Bitcoin still remains. It's good to remain still on the sidelines and wait for prices to drop. It's not always compulsory that prices would take the second Fibonacci extension as well, which is being shown around the 81,000 mark. But we just got to be a bit careful there in initiating long positions. So I would suggest we wait for a couple of more sessions and let the price drag lower towards 81,000, and then we initiate fresh long positions as an aggressive trade for prices to take us to the 92,000 mark. All right. So that's the story in Bitcoin. It's still a bit more conducive to wait uh, for for a test of 81,000 before it rallies through the 92,000 mark. All right. It could be 92,000, or it could also be the entire 61.8% of the entire drop, which is possible towards 98,000 as well. So keep that in mind. I think we'll wait for one more session before pushing through, and I think if it's before we come back in the New York session, if it is good to buy, please watch out for our signal in the Forex portal. You might be getting a message soon. Right, we are kind of beginning to prepare to go long in a bit aggressive manner. All right, I think the same would be the case in Solana. Oh no, possibly Solana is carving an expanded flat wave 4, believe it or not. Solana is still not looking out of not looking completely out of woods, even though it has taken out a previous support uh, at 133. Maybe it's targeting 121 as well before reversing higher again. So in this case, we'll have to be a bit more conservative, bit more careful in going on the long side. And that is not only 131, but it's almost a second wave. And tell you what, it's not. I mean, if that is a five-wave rally complete, and we are almost back to the previous wave four of one lesser degree, which means that the beginning of a much deeper correction is just in the way, right? So got to be a bit careful in watching going longs in Solana as well. All right, all right. Let's go back to the Euro USD now. It is uh, it is pointing towards a low seven, and then a rally towards 3, 4, and 5. It would go around 1.11 thereafter. So the stop loss in the euro would go at 1.00200, and partial longs can be still taken at around 60, 65, 70. Remaining, it drops around 345, 350 zone. The first target of around 750 and the second target of around 1.11. All right. So the story almost remains unchanged for euro and the dollar index. We can quickly go through the dollar index. We might keep this session a bit shorter as well. All right. That whole sideways activity may gain a bit more strength, but we have already initiated shorts in the portal once again around the 65 mark, with the minute wave 3 progressing. Possibly it might go towards 107.50, 108 handle as well before it reverses lower again. So trading point of view, pairs are firmly in control for the dollar index. You can sell partial right now, remaining around 107.50, 108. The stop loss goes towards 109.85, and the projected targets are 101, not only 101, but it's actually going towards 93 down there. All right. Possibly we are now just about one wave away before we witness a very sharp reversal in the form of the third of third wave. All right. So just hang in there for a few more days, I suppose. It's going to be very exciting. And finally, before we bring this current session to a pause, one more look at pound, and the story is quite exhilarating to the eyesight. This is the exact trade we pushed in the portal. Partial longs can be taken around this price. If not comfortable, buy around 2500, 2450. Place your stop loss around 1.22, and you can extend it towards 28, 3000, and 33,000 going forward. All right. So those are the stories. We'll get into the indices stories in a bit detail when we come back in the New York session. For now, we will keep it a bit sweeter and short this one. and we'll be back in about 4 hours to touch base and continue where we left in the New York session 2. And we will take it up in more details in the indices section then. All right, so let's bring it a pause here. And once again, thank you for joining in. And until the next one, please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.